Creative destruction. Why capitalism wins. What if capitalism's most disruptive feature, its habit of tearing down the old, isn't a flaw, but its deepest virtue? Or, as we like to say, it is not a bug, it's a feature. At its core, capitalism isn't merely a system for generating profit. It is a mechanism for progress. Economist Joseph Schumpeter called this force creative destruction, a relentless churn in which outdated businesses make way for better, more innovative ones. It's harsh, no doubt, but it's also what keeps society moving forward. Without it, we'd be still navigating paper maps instead of GPS on our smartphones. The failure of a business isn't proof that capitalism is broken. More often, it's proof that it's working, self-correcting, recalibrating, and constantly renewing itself through innovation. Innovation's relentless engine. Schumpeter's theory isn't abstract. You see it everywhere. Remember Blockbuster? It once dominated video rentals but couldn't pivot to digital streaming. Netflix, initially mailing DVDs, innovated and left Blockbuster behind. Kodak faced a similar fate, missing the digital photography wave, overtaken by innovators like Canon, Nikon, and later Apple and Samsung. These businesses didn't fail because capitalism broke down. They failed because they stopped innovating. As Steve Jobs famously said, innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. Creative destruction ensures companies stay vigilant. Those who embrace it lead, and those who resist inevitably fall behind. That's capitalism's strength. It doesn't protect outdated ideas. It accelerates better ones. Adapt or fail. Capitalism demands businesses continually innovate or make way for those who can. I have experienced this firsthand, painfully sometimes, personally. I've backed companies that couldn't keep pace and lost money in ventures I deeply believed in, especially those trying to help America eat healthier. It certainly hasn't been easy or particularly successful. But if nothing else, it has reinforced my humility around a simple truth. For anything to scale or succeed, you have to make customers love what you do, so much that they come back for more. If they don't, it doesn't much matter whether you're right or wrong. That's a tough lesson to learn, but it happens to be the right one. That said, it hasn't been a uniform experience. Chipotle, for example, did very well at introducing a better-for-you kind of fast food. Unreal is doing something similar in candy and snacking. Other ventures haven't fared as well. Finding the right mix of product, brand, story, price, channel, team, and culture is not easy, but it happens to be the special sauce of commercial success. So perhaps what felt like failure at the time was actually the soil where better ideas eventually took root. Creative destruction isn't just an economic theory to me. It's a lived truth, one that has shaped how I invest, lead, and think about the future. Of course, this kind of dynamism comes with short-term hardships and real displacements. To navigate these challenges, we need compassionate policies and practical support, like Denmark's flexicurity model, which combines unemployment benefits with proactive retraining to help workers adapt and thrive in new industries. Balancing capitalism's relentless drive for renewal with thoughtful assistance isn't just ethical, it's economically necessary. If you've ever endured the inefficiencies of a government-run bureaucracy, like DMV, for example, you know why this dynamism matters. Imagine if competition compelled the DMV to innovate like Amazon. Without competition, inefficiencies aren't just tolerated, they flourish. Underdog entrepreneurs, capitalism's true heroes. Small businesses and entrepreneurs are the true heroes of creative destruction. They spot opportunities larger corporations can't or won't. Think of your favorite local restaurants experiment with new cuisines or startups transforming how we communicate and travel. Immigrants notably lead the change and the charge, launching businesses at rates far beyond their share of the population. Just think of Google, Zoom, and Nvidia, to mention just a few. Immigrant-founded companies that reshaped entire industries, created millions of jobs, and drove innovation. Entrepreneurship is ultimately about solving problems in unique ways. Policymakers can encourage this innovation by removing unnecessary regulatory barriers, clarifying fair rules, and safeguarding economic freedom. Foster entrepreneurship, and you will spark continual renewal. Capitalism innovation advantage. Market-driven initiatives, like what my good friend Tracy Palangian is doing with the Renew Fund, showcase capitalism's innovation potential. Using private investment to tackle problems like the US nursing shortage through education and training achieves results government mandates alone rarely can. Competition creates prosperity, pushing sectors from healthcare to renewable energy to continuously improve. The internet birthed entirely new industries, and now artificial intelligence is reshaping fields from education to manufacturing. These aren't threats, they are clear proof capitalism is doing its job. The path to lasting prosperity. As my friend Daniel Tierney put it, and as I mentioned in the first article of this series, we're not operating on the same planet anymore. Capitalism 2.0 was built for a world of linear change and slower feedback loops. But today, we face exponential shifts and rising complexity. In that kind of environment, adaptability isn't just a strength, it is a survival trait. If a company, a policy, or a system can't evolve fast enough, it risks being left behind. And that's where creative destruction comes in. It's how capitalism adapts. It may be messy, but it's also how the system learns, evolves, and grows stronger. It's often uncomfortable, but it's crucial. It ensures capitalism never stagnates. Tomorrow's winners embrace innovation, see disruption as opportunity, and focus on shaping the future, not preserving the past. If capitalism makes you skeptical, try engaging differently. Support and buy from businesses aligned with your values. Reward innovation and encourage companies addressing societal challenges. The real challenge, structuring capitalism for long-term thinking, rewarding true innovation, and ensuring no one is left behind. The capitalism we need isn't reckless, it's strategic renewal, recognizing creative destruction as the key to lasting prosperity, innovation, and fairness. But how do we strike the right balance between innovation and oversight? Next series, or next piece in this series, we'll look at why capitalism doesn't mean zero government. It means smart, strategic governance that empowers markets rather than holding them back. Stay tuned.